What's going on, good people, man? It's your boy, Born King 1984. Author of the channel, author, podcaster, leading of the channel. And I just know some shit, aka Born King 1984. Speaking directly live to you right now. And all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, wherever his name may be. God, whatever you want, Yahweh, Yahweh, however it feels, to bless me with the spirit to speak to y'all this afternoon. I got something to speak on today right now called communication and communicating with our people. We need to learn to communicate with our people, whether it's about our feelings, whether it's about how we feel, or just to see how they doing, or whatever the case may be. We gotta learn how to use brotherhood, sisterhood, and learn plenty of and also learn about self-worth and inner worth, and basically, in so many ways, learn how to just basically all around treat each other to the best of abilities, and gain a code amongst each other on how to deal with each other, not only just on a righteous level, but also on sexual, mental, physical, spiritual, whatever the case may be. And please forgive me, man. This is my first podcast, so this is a freestyle. I'm just getting off, and hopefully y'all can understand that right now, because you know what I mean. I'm, like I said, I didn't say this is my first, but this is my actual first. Continue to bear with me. In Los Angeles, we done lost a couple of OGs right now. We done definitely lost a couple of OGs and loved ones and well-respected people that was actually good people in this days of time. And it actually been hurtful, because even though we don't look at these people as family, they are our family. It's just a distant family member under this dysfunctional circumstances that we under. And sometimes we have to learn to communicate with each other, communicate with our people. And I got to give credit to Joe Moses, the rapper from out here in Los Angeles, for speaking on that, communicating with our people. We definitely need to start doing that. We need to start having a code amongst each other on how we're going to treat each other and deal with each other. If we have beef, instead of just getting to the bullets and the fists and the guns, let's communicate with each other first and talk it out and see what's really the problem and why we beefing over. And what we beefing over, because most of the time we might beef over some nonsense that don't even make sense, or we don't even know why we beefing. We just totally beefing, and we need to kind of learn how to communicate with each other, communicate our feelings, and not let our prides and our egos become our worst enemy and get in the way of that. Because at the same time, when it's all said and done with, man, we trying to build nations and feed families, and we trying to see our kids have grandkids and their kids have grandkids, and we trying to go out old and seeing that and seeing our grandkids smiling with families and generations. That's the ultimate goal, and leaving them with generational wealth and love for each other and their people. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. So we need, at some point of being, to learn how to communicate with our friends, because we might have a couple of friends that we might push to the side. We don't communicate with as much because we be too busy caught in this world, what we got going on. We be too busy, and some of these people might actually be true friends. You might not talk to them, but they might actually be a friend. And in these days and times, it's kind of hard to actually come across people you could consider your friend. And I'm not talking about the friend zone friends. I'm not talking about the people you put in the friend zone. I'm talking about people that's actually genuinely your friend, because the person that you don't associate with can sometimes always be your friend. And when I say your friend, he can care about your well-being more than your other friends does. He could just be looking out for you or he or she could just be looking out for you because they genuinely like you as a person. It don't necessarily have to be a sexual attraction. It don't have to be a physical attraction. It don't have to be no lust factor or anything. They could just really like you as a person and want to see you do well, have a well-being, because they actually like you. it's hard to come by them day ones and them friends you can trust and them friends that can trust you. And sometimes they might even need your friendship to deal with the situations that they might go through. And it's okay. And it's okay to be that rock for your friends sometimes, because sometimes God might give you that purpose to do that for that person. And it's okay to do that. You don't know how good it feels to be beneficial in somebody else's life just by being yourself, and you don't necessarily have to be superficial or have any type of instant gratification or material gain or even sexual activity. You know what I mean? Sometimes, man, it's good to have friends that you can talk to sometimes, chill with, and bond with. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, open up to. When God sends you a person that you can look at as a brother or a sister from a genuine level, and you know this person won't sell you out, that's the greatest gift he can ever give you along with life. That's one of the greatest gifts he can ever give you, along with life. And don't never take that for granted, because it don't come around too much. It don't come around too often. Sometimes them friends might not be aesthetically up to your standards. Sometimes your friends might not be physically up to your standards. Sometimes they might not be financially up to your standards. Sometimes even mentally up to your standards. But trust when I tell you, the Most High might bless them with the spirit for them to love you unconditionally, to where all these friends that fit up to your so-called standards won't. And sometimes you need to learn how to communicate with your people and talk with your folks. You know what I mean? Because we in these days of times where you're going to need a friend, and you're going to need brotherhood, and you're going to need sisterhood, and you're going to need that. Whether your best friend is a dude, whether your best friend is a female, we're going to need that. And I'm gonna be honest with you on a triple scale. This is straight up just a freestyle, so hopefully y'all can understand that, and trust me, I will be getting better with this podcast. I definitely will be getting better. I definitely will be getting better with this podcast. Straight up. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I was homeless at one point. I was doing bad. My mom passed away, my grandmother passed away. Lost my girlfriend, I lost a lot of friends. I was under a cold depression, a very deep depression. You know what I mean? It was times where I wanted to get back on my feet and wanted to do different things in my life, but I was scared of success, because most of the people that I've seen that approach success or did success actually died. And I thought that maybe if I didn't go hard for success, maybe I'd add some extra time to my lifeline. And I know I shouldn't have felt that way, but to be honest with you, it was a cool feeling. But this is the thing right here. If I didn't have friends, whether it was on Facebook or whether it was on Instagram, whether it was on Twitter, or whether it was friends that I met along the way of me being in that state of mind and state of financial dysfunction and state of just in the state of that whole depression, and the friends that I had in the past, and the ones that was willing to communicate with me regardless of my circumstances, I probably wouldn't be here today. And if it wasn't for the Most High, God himself leading me through this whole thing, and just carrying me throughout the whole time and directing me to the right people and teaching me the right lessons and giving me the right spiritual tools, and possibly being the best friend that I ever had and didn't even realize until then, I probably wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be honest with you. I'm not no preacher. I'm not none of that. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you. So even me having communications with God and building a friendship with him was what got me through, and him leading me to people that was willing to communicate with me and build friendships with me helped me got through that. So that's why I'm telling you how serious communicating with your people can be. Sometimes you don't need to talk to them every day. Sometimes, man, you could just send a message saying, yo, what's up, man, how you doing? Yo, man, I know we don't talk as much, but I was just calling to see how you was doing, man. See what's happening with you, man. See what's going on, see if you good. See what's happening with you, see if you good, man. You know what I mean? How you been, man? You know, I know, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know we don't talk as much, but, you know, you just kind of crossed my mind, man. You know what I mean? I hope everything good. And sometimes you don't, you know what I mean? You know, even just a call to see how you doing, it's probably the best thing you could do for that person. Sometimes, man, for some people, sometimes, man, being financially available or giving monetary gain might not be it. Sometimes it could just be you might respect this person. You might always give this person good energy. You might always talk to this person. You might always sit down and really build with this person on a personal level, regardless of his circumstances, might have made this person feel better. Because he understood that throughout the whole time, while everybody was looking down on him, you actually sat down and talked to him and showed him some respect and actually sat down and uplifted him. Sometimes that can help a person a long way. And sometimes it's all what a person needs. And sometimes a person might need that tough love to let them know, yo, look, you better than your circumstance, or you better than what you're going through, or you better than this toxic relationship or situation that you're in, or being better than this toxic, or being in the toxic situation. Sometimes, man, you know, it can be better, you know what I mean? And we need to learn to communicate with each other, not only just personal, even on social media. We need to stop giving each other these one-word responses to each other and start conversing with each other. You know what I mean? You never know what we can learn from each other if we actually really start learning from each other. Whatever, because you might know something that I might not know, and I might know something that you don't know. And we both can be dynamite and put it together, and we can help each other out amongst this dysfunctional situation and circumstances, and unfortunately this oppressional system that we under. And that can actually help us within any situation. So the thing I'm trying to say is that even with communication through that, we can also help each other out. And we don't necessarily have to be money or anything. You know what I'm saying? It could be the money, but it don't necessarily have to be just that. It could be just what it can be. It could be better than that. And you know, like I said, man, I'm talking just a little freestyle, man. So please forgive me, man. You know, I ain't really the podcaster type. So, you know, just hold me down, man, and hopefully y'all can understand, man, and continue to bear with me, man. So that's why I say communicate with your people, even in these relationships, man. Men, stop being afraid to express yourself to your lady, man. For real, stop doing that. Your lady is supposed to be your confidant. She's supposed to be your best friend. She's supposed to be your financial partner, your sex partner / porn star. She's supposed to be your confidant. She's supposed to be the person that you talk to when it comes to problems. And you're supposed to communicate to her. If you keep holding stuff in because you're afraid to express yourself to this woman, you basically gonna have a breakdown. It's gonna mess with your relationship, and you're gonna lose one of the best things you ever have, is a woman that actually love you for you. And you can't, and I hate to say this, man, we can't afford these black relationships lacking communication in these days and times. We just can't afford that. And it's not, and like I said, I ain't no damn relationship advisor. I ain't no Kevin Samuels. I ain't no relationship advisor. I ain't no Kevin Samuels. I ain't none of that. So I'm just a man speaking on some common sense, aka I just know some shit. So now you know I just know some shit about some communication. But you know what I'm saying? Don't do that to your ladies. Don't deny your lady the one that love you, that's down for you, and wants to look out for your well-being, and you know wouldn't sell you out if if the bullets start flying, and know that will stick with you when times get rough, when it's time to really prove that she down for you. Don't deny that woman of that, man. Give her that blessing, because she doing God's will for you. You showing God that, homie, I understand this woman's purpose, so I'm gonna let her achieve her purpose, and please keep her in my life to achieve your purpose. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no damn preacher, dog, so don't get it twisted, man. It's just common sense. So don't deny your woman that, man. Communicate with your woman, even on even levels, man. Like, well, how to please you mentally, spiritually, physically, sexually, food-wise, common hobbies, and all that. Don't be afraid to communicate with her, homie. Don't give her the fear of being not able to communicate with you on her feelings and them same things. Because when you don't have communication with your people as far as interaction, on how to handle conflicts with each other, certain conflicts and disagreements and certain things, and then y'all start having kids, that falls back on the children, because the children start seeing what you and your mama do. You and your wife do. And the best thing a man can do for his child is love himself, and let that love of himself and knowledge of himself and love and confidence and appreciation and admiration and respect and acknowledgement of himself, and that energy spreads through to the woman. And the same thing goes for your woman. Your child need to see how you interact with each other, how you spend time with each other, how you talk with each other, how you respect each other, how you talk about certain problems and communicate and work out these problems and get them out the way to where y'all can get better and handle these situations. How y'all talk about each other's tastes, how you laugh with each other, how you enjoy music with each other, how you dance music with each other, how you enjoy, even watching the favorite TV shows, how you laugh with each other. If you kind of see how Martin and Gina, Claire Huxtable and Cliff Huxtable and all these shows, they always handled things well with communication. They always showed the more the story was communication. And that's the best thing. That's one of the best components of the relationship. Don't get me wrong, there's other components, but we speaking on communication right now. So the best thing is communication. Learn to communicate with your lady. Tell her how you feel. She should be able to do the same thing for you. Be each other's peace. You establish peace within yourself and learn how to be your own peace, and she do the same thing for her. That way y'all both can be peaceful for each other, and it can just be peace. And when your kids see that, that also helps your child set the standards on the type of relationship that he should have, want, and know what goes on and know what should happen. And not only that, you know what I mean, learn to communicate with your lady, man. Talk to her about certain things, man. Talk to her about what goes on at the job, and when you talk to her about that, you thank her and you please her and you bless her just as much as she should be doing the same thing for you. Don't let your job, friends, family, churches, mosques, Hebrew camps, whatever religion that you're in, dictate how you and your woman communicate and talk, because that's the program you and your woman is under. That's how y'all communicate. They don't understand that. They don't know why do y'all communicate like that. They just bringing how they run their homes into your home, and you don't know whether that's toxic or not. So you can't just sit there and say, well, this whoop this. Because let's just say the black church, since we into the black church. Those people can't determine how you and your woman and how your woman and you communicate with each other. Y'all might be the best of friends and have a lot in common. These people don't understand that, and they don't understand sometimes how can y'all be the best of friends and have things in common. So they can't really judge or dictate. Don't let them dictate how you change around your husband or your man or even your male friend that's actually a friend to you. Because for one, that's the interaction both of y'all have. If anything, you should let not only him, but you let your friends know, yo, look, you don't dictate how me and this man communicate, or or how far our bond goes. You should never communicate that at all. So when you let them know that, not only is you proving to your man you respect this man, not only you love and admire this man, but you also prove to this man that I am an individual. I will not let our friends into what we doing, and I cherish this bond that we have enough to where I will not let outside influences come tear this up. The only thing they should be telling us is how to improve our bonds and make it a little bit more better. And you should learn how to differentiate which is bad and which is good within the advice they give you. And if they can't do that, hey homie, it's none of their business. So yeah, don't be afraid to communicate with your lady, man, especially if she got your back and you love her and she love you. Now if she just a little jump off girl you messing with, some girl that you fucking on, and it's just sexual exchange, nah bro, you shouldn't be doing that. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything these dudes be doing with their side chicks as far as communicating and talking to them about anything, you should be doing that with your lady. And if you can't do that with your lady, something wrong. Everything you should be doing with your so-called work wives and all that, you should be doing with your lady. Everything, all these work husbands and side niggas and side dudes, you should be doing that with your man. If you can't do that with your man, something's a problem. It should, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you gotta do all this stuff with your woman, with another woman that you can't do with the same woman that you sleep with, come home to, talk to, be with, or any type of form of fashion, something wrong, man. Y'all gotta get that, y'all gotta tighten that up, for real. Y'all gotta tighten that up. So the thing is that's why I say communication run through miles. Because if y'all learn how to communicate with each other, not only will you influence your kid to do that with his woman, but you influence the daughter to do that with her man. And then we can improve this black relationship. So communicate with your people, man. Even when you know what I'm saying, communicate with your woman on conflicts and everything, communicate with her. And communicate to find a solution to this problem. And women, there's nothing wrong with submitting to a man that loves you and you love him. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let this punk ass sisterhood, gynocracy, whatever they want to call it, mess up your program you got with your man and what y'all got going on, because that's your kingdom that God gave both of y'all to maintain, and they can't help you maintain that at all. So don't let them do that. Don't fuck up your kingdom, dog. You got nations to build. So the thing is that, so learn how to communicate. And man, there's nothing wrong with communicating with your woman. Don't let these other dudes, these want to be red pill punk ass dudes, tell you can't communicate with your woman. Because most of these dudes tell you how to communicate with your woman. Because most of these dudes don't even know how to communicate with their own woman. So if they don't know how to communicate with their own, they just mad because the girls that they can't get is upsetting them, and they using these YouTube, Spotify's, and all these platforms to vent out their frustration and to make your life bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I listen to certain red pill dudes because sometimes they tell the truth on certain things, and they might can tell, and I might can take certain points from them to avoid certain situations or how to handle certain situations. So yes, in so many cases, yeah, they're all right. Basically, they're all right. But at the same time, when it's all said and done with, like I said, what goes on between you and your woman is between you and your woman. So there's nothing wrong with communicating with your woman about your dreams, your thoughts. And you should be able to communicate the same thing to her and uplift it. She should be able to say, baby, okay, this is what you want to do. Okay, we going to check out the curriculum about this and see how to get you to a better point to do this. And you should be doing the same thing with your woman. Should no trade, job, church, camp, mosque, religion, friends, or anybody else should dictate what goes on in the kingdom of you and your woman. Only y'all. And y'all should be showing an example. If anything, that should be a shining light of example of how how they should be doing with their significant others, from the dudes to the friends. Because the ones that's hating, all they gonna do is just go back home and say, I wish I could have it just like them. Why can't we do it like them? After they done told you not to be doing what you not to be handling y'all programming y'all relationship in that form of fashion. So, like I said, communication, and like I said, homies, communication with your homies, man. And like I said, man, even communications and beef, man. When you have a problem with a person, sometimes it's best to talk it out with that person, man. Put all that pride in that strife aside, man, and actually sit down and talk to this person, man, because sometimes in life, man, you don't even know what you beefing with this man for. Or beefing with this woman for. It might be over some misunderstanding. It might be over some bull crap. It might be over some lies. It might be over a little whatever the case may be. Communicate with this person, man. Even your friends, like, yo, look, man. Like Joe Moses said, brother, and like I said, I gotta credit Joe Moses for that. Man, like he said, man, yo, look, homie, let's go get something to eat and talk this out, man. Forget all that beef. Let's see what the hell we beefing for. And fix the situation and talk this out, man, because it ain't even that serious, man. And as black folks, man, I'll be honest with you, bro. It ain't even that serious for us to be beefing, man. We kings and kings of this earth, so we should be showing examples of how to handle problems anyway. For real. That you know what I mean? Come on, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Even some of your friends, you know what I mean? Talk down with your friends, man. Chop it up with them. Let them know how you feel, man. Sometimes your friend might give you the coldest solution in the world. That's how the Most High works. The Most High might send somebody that you might not even talk to, even as a friend like that. He might give you some of the coldest solution that you never thought they had. You might have more in common with this person that you had with some of your other friends. But because they didn't fit your standards on all levels that you thought friends should fit, you kind of jug it out the way. So like I said, man, communication. Even in business, communication runs a long way, man. You got to be able to communicate your business plans and convince these people that it's going to work, or to invest in it, because you're communicating and articulating in a form of fashion to convince them that your business plan is going to work. Communicate with your people, man. Communicate with your moms. Moms, communicate with your sons. It's about time we start building in so many different ways with our kids instead of just trying to rule with an iron fist and rule with dictatorship. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you got to do that to set a constitution. But if you ain't got to do that all the time, then don't get into that option. Sometimes you might have to give your kids some understanding. If you read the Bible, every time the Most High gave the children of Israel warning, he always gave them an explanation to give them a warning on why he said not to do certain things. So when you got into that situation and whatever happened, you knew it was going to happen. But you still went full throttle and made that decision. Now you got to eat that. So, like I said, communication runs a long way, man. Communication runs a long way. Don't deny communication. Don't. And like I said, man, please forgive me, people, man. This my first time doing a full-fledged episode. Full-fledged episode. So please forgive me. Like I said, man, I'm improving on this podcast game, man. I'm improving on this podcast game, man. So please forgive me. I'm improving. You know, I might sound like a fat boy on this microphone, straight up. I'm gonna get the editing software so you can get this clear voice, man. I ain't done yet. I got a gang of stuff I need to talk about. Shit, I might mess around and make up like 5 or 6 different episodes, man. But like I said, man, there's nothing wrong with checking up on your folks, man. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Black folks, we need to start interacting with each other well, man, especially on social media, man. Stop giving your homies, hell, when your homie on live, say what's up to that man. Have a conversation with that dude, man. Sit down there and build with that man, homie, because, you know what I'm saying, you know, he might want to talk to some of his homies, man. Like, that might make his day better, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason why females got female bonding and males got male bonding. When a female could talk to her homegirls and kick it with her homegirls go eat dinner with her friends and go eat dinner with her, go eat dinner with her, go eat dinner with her friends and shindig and go to the movies with her friends and actually sit talk with her friends. That's real therapeutic for that young lady. It's real therapeutic for that young lady. So when she can do things like that, it not only is therapeutic for her, but it makes your home better. It makes what y'all got better because she was talking to people that was actually her friends and was actually good friends. Not them friends that you them hoes, you know what I'm saying, for real. Not the friends that's the hoes and the ratchets and when I say ratchet, I'm not talking about, ratchet culture like, cause I'm gonna make a podcast about ratchet to give y'all a better explanation about the ratchet culture because the people that's talking about ratchet culture, they don't have no understanding about this shit. They not in tune with black folks. They too busy trying to be like white folks, or they trying to act like they better than their own people. So they don't know no better. So I'm gonna make a podcast on that. But I'm talking about the friends that's actually the true friends. The ones that want to see you happy for your well-being. The ones that gonna tell you right and keep you from doing bull crap and keep you from doing what you're supposed to be doing because they know the bull crap you do also represents them also. So, you know what I'm saying? It's therapeutic, just like with the homies, when you can mail bond with your homies, not the ones that's with the bull crap. I'm talking about the ones that's actually good, the ones that will actually tell you, that actually want you to do right. So it's actually cool to have them type of mail bonding sessions, man. You know what I mean? It's actually cool to have that. It's actually cool to have homies you can talk to on the same thing and communicate. That's what the Most High gave you friends for. And it was funny because I was watching this documentary called Hidden Colors. And this is how cold the word friend is. And it was a deep statement. He said, your friends that you have family bonds with, that's God's apologies for your family. So that's how mostly important it is. That's how important friendship and communication is. God send you a person that you can build with on a family basis of a friendship and communication as his way of apologizing for your family members being under these hard circumstances and not being able to build bonds with you. And I'm gonna straight keep it gangster. If your mama, your best friend, and your pops, your dog, your road dog, communicate with him too, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Communicate with him too, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't like I said, because it also gives your kids a perfect example of how to handle their kids. And you can bring black parenthood to its finest position, to where we don't let outside influences from media, so-called white supremacy, and other people determine how we conduct ourselves. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely coming out with some more podcasts. I got a gang and shit to talk about. I got some things I need to say, dog. Y'all about to get this. Y'all about to get this work. It might be, like I said, I might be starting from low, but you definitely you ain't. This ain't the last time you gonna hear from me. So like I said, man, sit down, man. Communicate. Look at what's going on within our cultures. We can't even communicate with each other. That's why we having a civil war amongst each other, because due to lack of communication. Straight up miscommunication. Everybody don't want to communicate with each other. They don't want to give each other understanding and explanations why the things that they do. And the people that's trying to act like they better, aka the so-called woke community, they not even trying to communicate with their own people to understand why they doing what they do. They just want to talk down on them just to make themselves feel better than they own. And that's not right, dog. That's not right, man. Because that person probably don't know what they doing. Just like Malcolm X said, at some point you didn't think how you was thinking at that moment. So how you gonna bash this person for thinking how they thinking? And it was a time they weren't thinking how they was thinking. It was a point in time you was thinking the same way they was thinking. somebody had to communicate with you well just for you to change your life and for you to have a different type of setting, right? So sometimes you got to apply that same thing to your people. And if they don't get it at the time you want to get it, it's okay. It's fine. But at least they'll get it. And that's all that matters. So, like I said, this is a little freestyle, man. You know what I mean? I'm just starting my first podcast, getting my feet wet, man. But starting next week, even tomorrow, man, I'm going to be talking a lot of shit, man. You're going to be seeing a lot of videos, video game reactions, album reviews, shit, Black history, regular history news, hip-hop news, black culture news. Man, trust me, dog. Y'all gonna be glad y'all supporting me, man. This is Most High driven. This ain't my driven. This is Most High driven. I done had too many people telling me I need to start this podcast. So that was the Most High telling me, man. So now it's time for me to do what I gotta do. And like I said, I'm just being obedient to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? The ones that took the time out to listen, I appreciate y'all. May the Most High bless y'all. And hopefully the little knowledge that I did give you can help you out. Because like I said, black folks, we need to start communicating, man. For real, we need to start talking with each other. Start building with each other. Start loving each other. Start appreciating each other. Start standing by each other. Start being on code with each other, man. We done lost too many OGs, man. And I'm not trying to clout chase, man, because you know what I mean? And I hope I don't make nobody mad. But we lost another OG named OG Bop, man. He was some jungles. I'm not a blood. I'm not none of that. But I will say this. I used to watch his videos a lot on Instagram. And then I will make a podcast on that. And I'll ask certain people that for that permission. Because he kind of inspired me to get back into these scriptures also. With the prayers that he was making and the stuff that he was saying about God and how he was always talking about God and how he was passionate about black people helping each other out and how he was passionate about just being a positive influence on black people. And throughout his videos in a short amount of time, he was one of the most major influences in my life, which I was low-key his cheerleader. I was hoping that he put his things into motion. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I'm saying is because he might be a gangbanger to the world, and I might not met him, but I look at him as another brother out here that we lost. So, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to clout chase. I'm not trying to say nothing, but that kind of affected me in a sense. And I didn't even know this dude. But his videos are inspiring. I wish I would have met dude. And he was barely dropping Instagram. He wasn't even dropping videos like that. But the videos I saw that he was talking, I knew this man was a solid dude. I knew he had no fucking with him. And a lot of stuff that he was telling me, man, the OGs used to sit down and tell me when I was young. So to see him spit that wisdom, it was like a breath of fresh air for me. And I'm like I said, I'm not trying to clout chase, man. I'm not trying to clout chase because, we lost Monster Cody. You know what I'm saying? We lost Monster Cody. We done lost the gang of brothers this year. You know what I'm saying? Another gang lost another brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I lost a couple of other brothers that I went to school with. And some of them beefs was caused due to miscommunication. So we lost a lot of brothers due to lack of communication on how to handle certain beefs and being diplomatic. And the reason why, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm not from the jungles. A shout out to the brothers from the jungles that put the videos out there on Facebook. And not on Facebook, on Instagram, and showed that. And I send my condolences to the family. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: video did play a nice little impact on for the time I saw it. I enjoyed this video. I'm watching me crying. And oh yeah, I'm gonna get this mic cover, man. So please don't let the noise bother y'all, man. I'm gonna get a mic cover, man. But he was always talking. He was always speaking on God and communicating with black folks and showing love to each other and squashing the beef, because we have lost true homeboys. We've lost too many true soldiers out here that could have been real effective in these neighborhoods. And I'm not just talking about on the gangbanging side, but also on the civilian side, also on the athletic side. We done lost two on the working side, on the conscious side. We done lost too many true homies out here. And you know, it's some, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, we gotta start learning how to be miscommunicating. And trust me, man, I'm gonna start applying that myself, because when I'm talking to y'all, I'm pointing 4 fingers at my damn self. You know what they say is you point 1 finger, you point 3 back. So I'm pointing 3 fingers on my damn self. So I'm gonna be communicating with a lot of y'all, man. All y'all YouTubers and platforms and people on Instagram and social media, man. I'm gonna be communicating with all y'all, tapping in with y'all and having conversations with y'all and starting this channel with y'all, man. I'm coming out, man. I'm coming. And when I say I'm coming with love. I'm coming with respect. I'm coming with knowledge. I'm coming with everything. And trust me, man. I'm gonna say, and this, I'm gonna tell you something. Communicate with your boy, man. Communicate with me, man. If you want me to do certain things about the podcast, or you got critical reviews or questions, communicate with me, man, and holler at me, man. Because I do admire, appreciate, love, respect, acknowledge feedback and reviews, man. Just talk to me, man. And if you want to do Instagram conversations, and if you want to do Instagram conversations where we both converse from the gangbanging side to the civilian side to the conscious side, whatever the case may be, man. If you know what I'm saying, you want to holler at your boy, I know I'm just a beginner in this shit, man. I'm just getting my feet wet. But like I said, man, I want to communicate with my people, man. Even the regular people, man. If the podcasters, all the podcasters, definitely y'all. I want to communicate with y'all also, man. Yeah, I want to communicate with y'all, man, for real. So if y'all can sit there and communicate, man, Instagram conversations, interviews, whatever, holla at me, communicate with your boy, or we can put it all together and drop jewels on each other and let people know that even in this podcast game, even in this podcast game, we still got a code and conduct, and we can always communicate with each other, man. Don't be afraid to holler at me, man. Friends, anybody, you know what I'm saying? Just communicate. This is my first podcast, man. And like I said, you know what I'm saying, my social media information is under the channel, under the titles _ the channel, whatever the case may be. Man, like I said, dog, holler at me, man. Communicate. Feedback and all, man. If it ain't for it, just holler at me, man. Y'all be safe out here, man. May the Most High bless y'all, man. And may y'all stay cool.